Hello everyone, welcome to the Crafty Pixie. I'm Bee. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you are notified when I upload every Wednesday, and make sure you give the video a thumbs up. This week we are doing something really easy. It is super beginner friendly if you're really wanting to get into doing this. It's really great. I have a family member who just welcomed their first baby, and I have another family member who is days away from welcoming their second baby. So I've been pretty busy making burp rags. They're really not hard. It's 2 pieces of fabric and your sewing machine. It's super easy. And they're so cute. I mean, I got the fabric at Joann's, and they have some really cute prints. Where were these when I had my kids? It's like one of those things. So it's a really good size. You know, it fits over your shoulder really well, gives you a good amount of coverage there. Super soft. I've never had an issue with this kind of fabric when I made my burp rags for my kids. It actually is really quite absorbent, and if you're a parent, you know they make a huge mess all the time. So it's really nice. Now if you wanted, you can make it longer, you can make it shorter if you wanted to, but I mean, I think this is a great, it goes over the shoulder really well, so you're not getting it down your back. Experience. So I'm going to show you how to do these, and hopefully they come in handy for you or a family member or a friend or anything like that. So let's get to materials and get started. And for the baby burp rag project, you're really simple. You're going to need 2 pieces of fabric measuring 17 inches by 11 inches. This is cotton nursery flannel that I found at Joann's. There's some really cute patterns there. Just make sure that when you are cutting it out, that you cut it out in the directional print the way you want. It's pretty much a giant rectangle, so it's kind of hard to mess it up. And then you're going to need some clips, cutting scissors, and your sewing machine with coordinating thread. Let's get started. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take the 2 pieces of fabric and we're going to lay them right sides together. Make sure you line up the edges. And then we're going to clip. If the edges are not perfect, it's okay. And then you're going to want to leave, as you're clipping, you're going to want to leave about an inch and a half opening so you can pull everything through. I'm going to leave my opening up here. Now again, you can use as many clips or pins as you want. Alright, then we're going to take it over to the sewing machine, and you're going to back stitch at the beginning and at the end of the stitches. Make sure you back stitch well, because you're going to be pulling it through, so you don't want to rip the stitches. And you're going to sew at a 1/4 inch seam allowance with a 2.5 millimeter stitch length all the way around, all four sides, leaving your opening. So I'm going to do that right now, and I will be right back. Okay, now that we have sewn around all of the edges, we're going to come through and we're going to clip the corners. Make sure that you do not cut into your stitches. You can cut down the seam allowance a little bit if you want to. I don't find them too bulky, so I leave it alone. And then you're going to come through and you are going to pull it all out through the opening that you left. Be careful. This fabric is a little bit thicker than normal, like 100% cotton. So you don't want to break your stitches. Okay. Poke the corners as far out as you can. Make them nice and squared. If you need to, you can use chopsticks. You can use anything that is dull so it doesn't pierce through the fabric to help you push out those corners if you're having a hard time. With this, I don't usually have a hard time because there isn't a lot of excess to make the corners bulky. Alright, and that is it. Roll out the seams so they're nice and flush. Alright, come through and fold your opening down. All you got to do is pull on the edges a little bit. It'll fold for you. And then you're going to take your iron and you're just going to iron the whole thing. Get out any wrinkles that you may have. Seal those stitches. Alright. And then we're going to take it over to the sewing machine and we're going to top stitch at 1/8 inch seam allowance, 3 millimeter stitch lengths all the way around. I really, if you haven't noticed in the other videos, I really like top stitching. I think it just makes it so professional. But this is a baby blanket, and you know, if you don't want those stitches, you know, to possibly affect, you know, the new baby's skin, you can always blind stitch this closed and then leave it as is. You don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to go over to the sewing machine. I'm going to do the top stitch and then I'll be right back. Alright, once the top stitching is done, all you have to do is come back through and give it one final press. And you are done. Super simple. Takes barely any time at all. You know, you get a good yard or two of fabric and you fold it in half and you just go to town. I mean, they're adorable, and anyone who is a parent knows that you go through burp rags like crazy. So you can make plenty of these in no time flat. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button if you really enjoyed the video. Every thumbs up really helps me continue going. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload every Wednesday. This is it. Voila! I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, see ya!